Hey everybody, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, folks.
Where's your drink?
Right here.
And happy National Vinyl Records Day.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's time to get out your vinyl records and listen to some music.
We should get out a record then.
Well, I don't know why vinyl always sounds better than any of the other media. It's pretty old school, but it's better than, a cassette tape, definitely. Better than a CD, better than digital streaming music.
Well, the thing about CDs when they came out is that they were clearer than records, or they're potentially clearer. And then, of course, depending on the quality of, I guess a CD would sound better on a less expensive system. You had to have a more expensive system to make a record
Sounds better on a cheap system?
A CD would, yeah.
Okay.
Like if you play a record on a cheap turntable, it might not sound that good. But in any event, vinyl is warmer sounding, but really only with music that was originally recorded on analog equipment, which, there's a lot of... it's technical.
Well, anyway, we have a somewhat extensive record collection, and I quickly looked through it. I was trying to find my top three, and I didn't look through all of them, but the top three that I found in the 2 minutes I looked, in no particular order, were Alan Parsons' I, Robot, which we have the signed copy of.
Yes.
Willie Nelson's Stardust.
Oh, yeah.
And Steely Dan, Asia.
Okay. So, my top three thinking about what we've got in the collection there, Alan Parsons' Pyramid for sure, and yes, Close to the Edge. That's a great sounding piece of vinyl, and one of those old Rolling Stones records that we have, the one with the cake on the front. I think it's Let It Bleed.
Yeah, we have got a couple good old Stones albums too.
Yeah, yep. So yeah.
So before we get on to other fun topics, let's talk about the market. And again, briefly, because we've got lots of videos with current information on our YouTube channel, so check that out if you want more detail. But
yes.
Cliff Notes, what's up with real estate?
Yes, I've been droning on and on about the market all week. Well, what's going on out there is that the number of homes for sale remains stable, right between 4,700 and 4,800, although I did not look today. Generally, it's a little higher on Friday. But it stopped its upward rocketing about 4 weeks ago and has been very steady, and the number of pending sales is steady, and I'm seeing a lot of homes that had been sitting for quite a long time finally getting sold.
That's good news.
Yes, so I think the market is sort of ambling along through the summer and heading towards fall, and we should have a pretty robust remainder of the third and then fourth quarter.
All right, sounds good. So real estate in a nutshell. So let's continue on with some other San Diego happenings. Yesterday, the USS Abraham Lincoln returned after a 7-month deployment and, back to North Island Naval Station. So the crew sailed over 65,000 nautical miles, conducting a variety of operations and exercises in the Indo-Pacific region.
Indo-Pacific region, okay.
Yeah, my cord is in the way of my notes, but yes. So this was the first deployment under Captain, and I don't want to say her name wrong, Captain Amy Bauernschmidt, I believe. Sorry, Captain Bauernschmidt, but I think that's correct. Okay. So she was the first woman to lead a nuclear carrier in U.S. Navy history.
Well, good for her.
So thank you, Captain Bauernschmidt.
Yes.
Welcome home. So speaking of names, I think that the USS Abraham Lincoln might be the best name for a ship.
When you said that, I was imagining that it had a top hat on it.
Maybe USS George Washington would be good too, but Abe Lincoln definitely good.
Yeah, the USS Abraham Lincoln, that's a nice, good, rolls right off the tongue. The USS, the Ronald Reagan, that's another one that I always, when I see it, I always think, there's a good name.
And Teddy Roosevelt, that's a good one too.
Roosevelt, yeah.
So another thing that happened yesterday, Thursday, was the grand opening of the highest residential building in San Diego. And it's called 525 Olive. It's in Bankers Hill.
Okay.
It's luxury apartments, so you can't buy one. That's a good question. Let me get to that part.
Okay.
So it's a luxury apartment building. It's got panoramic views of Balboa Park, downtown, and the bay. So it's 20 stories tall, and there are 204 units, and they start at $2,440 a month for a studio.
Oh, so it's rentals.
Yeah, it's rentals.
Oh, I was sitting here going, why? Why don't I know this? Why haven't I sold one of these?
They're rentals.
Oh, okay.
So you asked me how tall it is, and that's a very good question.
Well, you said 20 stories.
Yeah, but I meant like in feet, because
Okay,
for me, if I'm thinking how tall is a building, stories, okay, whatever, but I want to know how many feet tall it is, like, I can compare it to, the Burj Khalifa or whatever.
That's really tall, yes.
So anyway, I looked all over the internet, and I could not find how many feet tall it is, which seemed like someone should tell us. But
well, 20 stories, I'm guessing, is somewhere between 230 and 300 feet tall.
Yeah, something like that. I think the tallest tower in San Diego is One America Plaza, which I believe is 501 feet tall, and that's just off the top of my head. I don't have notes, but I think that sounds right. Okay. So anyway, that happened.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, the San Diego City Council loves its residential rental towers.
They sure do.
They sure do.
So another thing that opened yesterday was the new Hell's Kitchen at Harrah's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
So we've been waiting for that to open, and that's one of 3 Hell's Kitchen locations. The others are Las Vegas and Lake Tahoe.
Oh boy, so we got one of 3. There was one in Los Angeles. I
guess not anymore.
Okay.
So anyway, they're booked already through early fall. So if you want to get a table at the Hell's Kitchen, you better get on it.
I hear the scallops and risotto are lovely.
Hopefully they're not cold.
Yeah, exactly.
What a shame.
What a shame. Ramsey's going to come and yell at you if your scallops are cold.
Well, you should yell, there's no reason to have cold scallops.
No, those are tricky to cook, though. I understand why, they might have trouble with them, but if you're, a Ramsey caliber
that's
chef.
That's your job, yeah. It's tough to get just the right sear on the scallops.
Yes, but when you do, it's magical.
So speaking of restaurants, let's talk about the latest in the Souplantation saga.
Oh, here we go again.
I know.
It's a fascinating saga.
It's an interesting story, and I'm just moderately a Souplantation fan. I don't really care that much whether they come back or not, but it is an interesting story. So just brief recap, but the media started reporting earlier this year that Souplantation was coming back, and only one location on Fletcher Parkway in La Mesa. And there were some details in the story that didn't really make sense. The story wasn't really adding up. And nobody was really talking about the things that didn't add up. Like, to me, I'm like, okay, is this really going to be a Souplantation? Are they allowed to call it a Souplantation? And nobody said anything except for San Diegoville.
Yeah.
And they said that the people who were trying to open this location were in negotiations with the company that owns the name. And that went on for a long time. And so then these folks announced on their social media that they were opening the Souplantation on July 4th.
That didn't happen.
It didn't happen. And they said that it was because they couldn't get the parts for their fire system, whatever,
right.
The fire panel, because of, supply chain stuff.
Sure.
So that didn't happen. So this Monday, I was on Facebook, and a new article popped up from San Diegoville. And it was something about how the Souplantation opening had been delayed again, and how the owner was still in negotiation for the rights. So I made a comment, and I said something like, what's going on with the naming rights? Are they going to be able to call it a Souplantation? Because it seems pretty important if we've gotten to this point, can they call it that? So I get back on Facebook about an hour later, and they've changed the story. They've updated it with new information, and they changed the headline to Souplantation hits huge snag and cannot use name. So then my comment looked stupid because they just said right there. So I deleted my comment. But anyway, I suspect that may have, spurred the San Diegoville people into looking into it, because they called the dude, and he said that he was not able to get the rights to use the name. So they can't call it Souplantation. So now on their social media, they're saying they're going to call it Souplantation.sd. You think that's going to work, though? I don't know if that's how licensing and copyrights and stuff works.
That's going to be questionable.
Like if we wanted to start, olivegarden.sd, could we do that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Why don't they call it Soup Ranch or something?
Soup Ranch, that's good. I don't know, but anyway, that's the latest on the Souplantation, which is not.
They should just call it Copycats.
Okay.
I don't know.
Else.
Something, yeah.
Something else.
It's poor. this has been ongoing for a long time, and I don't even really. I mean, when we did have Souplantation, all I really liked to eat there was salad. And I felt that I was paying too much to just go and eat salad.
Right.
Because all Souplantation ever was, I mean, this soup was okay, but the salad bar was really, anything you want on a salad, they've got it.
Anyway, that's the latest in the Souplantation
You don't care
saga.
about my salad?
No, that's an interesting story.
Oh,
I'm
thank
sorry.
you.
Thank you for sharing your salad story.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's a real.
I know.
I
know. It's
ripping good yarn.
It's a ripping good yarn. I know.
All right, so let's move on. So a British man just ran the width of Ireland in under 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. So this dude from Liverpool, his name is Robert Pope. He's an ultra-marathon runner. He ran from the eastern shore of the Atlantic Ocean near Galway City. I don't know where that is, but maybe you do. All the way to the other coast to Dublin. So he ran 133.5 miles in 23 hours and 39 minutes.
Wow.
He says he drank a pint of Guinness right before he started the run and another one right when he finished.
Guinness has a lot of like micronutrients or something.
It's chock full of vitamins and minerals.
It is. Now I wonder if he wound up in Dublin or just outside Dublin.
I don't know. That would be a good detail that they left out of the story.
That's like a reference to an old Saturday Night Live spoof on the real world. It's pretty obscure, but somebody might get it.
I'm sure someone out there will. Speaking of TV, we tried to watch the Beavis and Butthead reboot last night.
Yeah.
It had some moments, but it kind of, unlike the previous reboots, they've kind of diverged from the original formula.
He was trying.
I don't know if it was working for me as much.
Well, as I recall, the first episode was really funny, and then the second, I don't know, there's two more that we haven't seen, so maybe they'll be funny. But yeah, he did sort of try branching out into a slightly different format there in certain cases, and it wasn't necessarily the funniest. I like how he has incorporated YouTube videos, that Beavis and Butthead are watching YouTube videos instead of watching music videos, or instead of watching
like
Jersey Shore or 16 and Pregnant. They're watching, the one part where they're watching somebody's Harvard acceptance reaction. that was funny. That was
yeah,
fun.
those people were really excited about getting accepted to Harvard.
But then there was another segment where they were watching an ASMR video, and that was just creepy.
It went on for way too long.
It did, and those, I don't know. I find the ones where they whisper really bugs me.
I like the ones where they cut soap though, and the soap, you can hear the soap crumbles, and then the soap chips fall, and
right.
Yeah, those are cool. Yeah, Alex likes those too.
Yeah, I don't need anybody whispering at me, but I do like watching people cut stuff up or whittle wood or whatever.
Whittling wood. Yeah, those are good. All right, well.
That's it? We're
done.
done.
Do you have anything else you'd like to?
Very abrupt.
Do you have anything else you'd like to talk about?
Not in particular. I guess looking forward to the weekend, wishing it would cool off a little bit.
I know. As you can tell, we're not running our AC.
Right. Well, I mean, the thing about our house is that the windows are original, and they're single pane windows. We've never gotten around to or allocated the money for
yet
new windows.
We don't have new windows yet.
Right. So when you do run the AC, as soon as it goes off, all the cold just goes away. I don't know. It seems like a waste. But on days like this, you wonder if maybe you shouldn't kick it on.
Yeah, I've thought about it a couple times today. It kind of becomes a contest, though. We haven't turned it on yet this summer. Can we make it, through the rest of the summer? I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we made it through the entire summer of 2021 without using it, because we've got this house fan that
quiet, cool fan
that works pretty good. But on days like today, yeah, it's tempting. And I was out in Santee holding an open house this evening. That's why we're doing the show later, and
oh, hi Bella, come here.
They like to run the AC out there.
Kitty.
Boy, it was nice. It was nice and cold in that house.
I was at Walmart today, and I was actually kind of enjoying being in Walmart because of the AC.
Yeah, AC.
I mean, not really, but
well, I guess maybe we should just, if it gets bad tomorrow, just turn it on. Hi, Bella.
Hey, Bella, come here. If I can get Bella to join
let's see if
us.
we can get Bella on camera. She's,
Oh, she's digging her claws into the
she
chair.
says
Not
no.
happening. Okay.
Bella's not so much a cat you pick up. She'll let Alex pick her up, but that's about it. All right.
right,
Well,
well,
I think so. Yeah.
Happy Friday, folks. Go and listen to some vinyl records and enjoy your evening, and we'll see you next time.